Who came up with the name Attila Khan?
Uh, it was a kind of a joint effort between myself, Herb Simmons, and Larry Matisek. I had stepped away from the business for a while, um, really to get surgically repaired in a lot of places, and my body was pretty beat up. And my daughters had been born after my career had ended as the drill instructor, and they'd always heard about their dad, the wrestler, and they found a bunch of the magazines with pictures and videos and different stuff, and they became involved. And uh, so I kind of wanted to start to get back into business. And actually, before Attila ever existed, I had talked to Herb about, said maybe I'd come back, I'll manage, right? I'll be a manager. And they're like, I don't know. I think there's more to it than that. And I said, I don't know. And then so I'd actually went through a reconstructive shoulder surgery and had a bunch of pins and screws and stuff put in. And once I healed up from that, I actually started feeling pretty good. And
Sure.
so I got a hold of Larry and Herb, and I said, I think I'm ready to get back in the ring. And I said, but I don't move like the drill instructor anymore, and I don't look like the drill instructor anymore. And so what are we going to do? And I said, man, I just want to be the biggest, nastiest, meanest heel that we got. I just want to be a monster. I want to have no redeeming qualities. I just want to be mean. And like, okay, we like it. So I called Abdullah the butcher, and I said, hey, Abby, this is the idea that I got. Uh, hey, he's like, hey, here's where you get the boots. Here's how you get the pants. You know, do this, do that, take the fork, the whole bit. And I said, okay. And so we started talking about the name, Attila Khan. You know, what do we want? And so literally was sitting around trying to think of some of the meanest people in the history of the world, right? And we had kicked around like something like Vlad from Vlad the Impaler, you know, all these just Barabbas, who was, from the Bible, you know, is, you know, the guy that was, you know, that they gave the choice of either Jesus or Barabbas. And, you know, he's about as bad as you're going to get, right?
Yeah.
And so we kept kicking around. And then I was like, man, Genghis Khan, Attila the Hun. And I was like, man, those are two pretty bad dudes.
Oh yeah, no
And
doubt.
and I was like, what if I took Attila and Khan and, you know, from Genghis Khan, Attila the Hun, and made Attila
Yeah.
Khan. And
There
so
you go.
I called Larry and Herb, and I said, hey, I think I've come up with the name. And they said, what is it? And I said, Attila Khan. And they're like, that's it. It fits. We love it. And Attila was born. And, you know, so when we first debuted the character, I was like, hey, look, I said, put me on early. Um, I got to make sure my body's going to be able to handle doing this. And I want to make sure the crowd's going to respond, right? Man, they may look at this and go, oh my God, who is this guy? And they didn't. It was over from the first night that we were out there. Um, and something that's been very special about being Attila. One, to be honest, I've enjoyed this character more than the first part of my career. First part of the career, there's a lot of stress because you're chasing a goal, you're trying to make it, you're trying to get to the next level. When Attila came around, Attila did it because he loved wrestling, right? You know, that's why I came back and just wanted. So I enjoyed being Attila a tremendous amount, and it's had a lot of fun with the character through the years, and you know, there's still some gas in the tank for Attila. You know, still do some pretty good stuff, and but it's been a lot of fun being this monster.